Hello and greetings and welcome to CE415 Audiovisual presentation. Now, as you can see, the title of our project here is a research proposal for municipal solid waste at Area 1 of Papua New Guinea University of Technology. Now, the report was done and compiled by the team members as stated here. One here, Matthew Sakamin, Terence Enza, Eden Kayabe, and myself, Rodney Pizza. Now, our supervisor is none other than Mr. Willie Doimo. The presentation outline. Now, as you can see, it starts from the introduction, literature review, aim, objectives, data discussion, and conclusion. And finally, we have the introduction of the project. Now, as you can see, the municipal solid waste, or MSW, refers to the everyday garbage or trash generated by households, businesses, and institutions in a community, which include food waste, paper, plastic, metals, and other materials that are discarded. MSW is typically collected by local governments or private companies and transported to landfills or waste to energy facilities for disposal. Now, research project is based on a reflection of the case study which was executed at Staff Residential Area 1 on municipal solid waste in the Papua New Guinea University of Technology campus. The growing population of Papua New Guinea University of Technology of PNGU has been accompanied by an increasing amount of municipal solid waste production and improper waste disposal now. Therefore, this necessitates the implementation of research into the management and disposal of solid waste management to ensure the sustainability of the local environment. Findings will be useful for proposal and implementation as proper waste disposal for students, faculty, and administration of Papua New Guinea University who are interested in gaining understanding of the current status of solid waste management in the universities.
Okay, I'll be presenting the literature review. The literature review here is arranged in a simplified manner so that the audience can understand what we are presenting. It is arranged in source title, source description, relevance of source material to research project, reference, and a general comment steps are made to each literatures. The first literature, municipal solid waste characterization and quantification as a measure towards effective solid waste management in UNIMAP. Source description contains clear information about different experiments conducted about the MSW. Relevance provides additional information about the experimental data, waste composition, importance of studying MSW. Reference, thank you NT, and the title of the project, Municipal Solid Waste Characterization and Quantification, SMS towards effective solid waste management. General comment, this document was one of those documents that contain significant information about the project. So the rest of the literatures are written in similar manner, so I will not go through all of them since it is time consuming. This is the same literature. Once again, I'll be talking about the aim and objective of our project. The objective of our project are listed below as to determine the weekly MSW production per household, to determine the different type of waste properties through laboratory experimentation, to investigate potential improper waste management method or techniques, and finally to provide recommendation, solutions, or improvements to mitigate issues found in the MSW management techniques.
Thank you once again. I'll be talking about the data and discussion. Now, before I proceed on with the table here, I'd like to remind you that we've been experimenting about 5 different properties of the solid waste, but here I'll be talking about 2 of them. You can go through the others in the final report being submitted. Now, as you can see here, this table contains the percentage composition and the moisture content of the solid waste being identified. Now, as you can see from the moisture composition, we have found out that the people at the residential area 1 produces the majority of the solid waste comes from the organic of fields. That's on here, 31%, about 32% of the solid waste comes from the organic of fields. Now, the list of all that people produce is now moving on, we have the moisture content. Now moisture content is shown here. The organic matter of the tin cans, papers, bottles, organics of pills, tin piece, textiles, box, and dry cells are inert because of their relatively low moisture content. That is, their percentage weight is low. However, the moisture content of wood is 33.3%. That means its biological activity will begin. Thank you very much and God bless.
To conclude, solid waste management is a significant issue on the Papua New Guinea University of Technology campus. The existing legislation and policies have had positive effects on the environment, public health, and economy. However, further research is needed to evaluate the long-term impact of these initiatives and to identify potential areas for improvement. Potential strategies for improving the existing solid waste management system include developing a comprehensive waste management policy, implementing a waste segregation system, introducing waste minimization initiatives, and establishing a waste recycling program, and promoting awareness. So these are some of the references that we used. That brings us to the end of our presentation, and thank you for listening.